Good morning. Happy Saturday, bright and early. Welcome to our new spring and summer 9 a.m. thrift haul. Welcome in, everybody. Now, since it is a new time, please do me a favor, send this video over to a friend, wake them up, tell them to grab their coffee. If you could also thumbs up and leave a comment to help me in the algorithm at this new hour, I would appreciate it so much. As you hop on, say good morning. I have a fun haul here. If y'all don't know me, my name is Bree, owner and artist of Upcycled by Bree. I love to go thrifting and antiquing. I resell my finds and I also do some upcycling. Everything behind me is already pre-listed and loaded up on my website, upcycledbybree.com, in the Shop the Haul collection. I have dropped that in the chat and I have dropped that in the description box. Good morning, Vicki. I'm live on YouTube and Facebook, so I'll be trying to keep track of comments and questions for y'all. People have already started shopping. So if y'all see something you love, better run over, go ahead and check out, and then come back and hang out with us. I do load items up 5 minutes before I go live. So y'all have time to shop and check out, and then you can come and hang out. So a lot of items I got from the Goodwill bins. Some people have been saying, Bree, what are you talking about? What are the bins? So apparently not everybody is blessed with the Goodwill bins. It's an outlet store. If things do not sell at Goodwill, or maybe they just have way too many donations, all the things get sent to the outlet. They then throw everything into these big, huge rolling carts that we call the bins. They're big. I can barely reach over them. And then they sell the items by the pound. So highly discounted. And the Kansas City, Missouri Goodwill bins is where I go, and they are amazing. So I found a ton of these great items in the bins. And then also I did some special antiquing for a birthday trip over on Whatnot. And I brought a few items back to my thrift haul as well. Woohoo! Vicky's going out for breakfast and thrifting. So one item that has already sold this morning, I'll go ahead and show you, is this gorgeous chocolate bunny. I did pick it up from the bins and it was not smashed. Now, unfortunately, at my bins locations, they just throw all the glass into big old tubs. They don't separate it out or sort it out like some locations do. So a lot of times things are smashed. But I did save this beauty. I love like the faux foil paint job on this, and that would be a really fun one to recreate, I thought, as well. Sold for $14.95, and I paid probably around $1 for it. I kind of average things out. I will total up how many items I got from the bins that day and then average it out for the cost. Sometimes I get good deals depending on which cashier is working. They'll kind of just be like, $5 on that tote, Brie. I don't feel like dealing with you. So that's really awesome when that happens. And then, books and glass and shoes and all of that are priced out a little differently. But usually I spend around $1 to $1.50 average on those items. I found this beautiful natural wood votive holder, definitely a handmade piece here, really smooth and soft. And this would be great to pop some candles in for a summer centerpiece, or I thought it would be really cute with some succulents in it, maybe real air plants or some faux succulents. Let me know how you would style it in the comments. $12.95 on this piece, and I paid again around $1. Good morning, Teresa. It's rain. Oh, the rain is gone. Nice. It is sunshiny and beautiful here. Elena's up this weekend. So after my haul this morning, we are going to get out and go do something fun. She said trampoline park, but then she's like, but maybe we want to be outside. So I don't know what we're going to do. Another reason I decided to move my haul up an hour is so we could start doing paint projects again, or, some kind of crafting project every weekend. And I don't have to rush so much because some weekends I do have to go to the post office by noon. So I think this 9 o'clock time is going to work great. Just tell your friends. Tell everybody so they can come meet us Saturday mornings. These adorable little porcelain ceramic votive holders definitely need a little bath, but we saved them as well. They were $1.98. Actually, these came from Thrift World, it looks like. So I know what happened. The picnic basket. The picnic basket, I opened it up to take pictures of it, and there were goodies inside that I forgot I put in there when I checked out. So these were a few little leftovers, I think maybe from a couple weeks ago. It's fine. $10.95 on these cuties, and they were $3. Now, I was thinking that these would be great for a spring summer escape. You could pop like some yellow tapers in them for a fun pop of color. I have this feeling I'm going to be all about yellow this summer, which is very strange, not usually like me. But we're going to see what happens. And not like a bright yellow. Something a little more maybe like sunflowery. Gorgeous artichoke bookends. These came from a Goodwill in Lee's Summit. So when I was going antiquing, I was a little bit early on Sunday. I was excited and I needed to kill about 30 minutes. So I popped into a new Goodwill, never been to. Lee's Summit is a good location. Their home decor selection wasn't huge, but the prices there were amazing. I only paid $5 for this set of bookends at the Goodwill. My Goodwills around here, they would be like double or triple that price. And I was happy with that. Now I'm going to give these a really fun faux cast iron finish. I've done the finish before. It's been a while. I know I've got a video up on YouTube, but my friend Sammy recreated it recently and tagged me. And I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot about that faux finish. I think it's going to be so pretty on these. They're $39.95. They are a read description item. So if you ever see that in my products, make sure you read down through the description and see how I'm going to upcycle them. I also say in the description box, like how tall things are and wide. Nice. Very nice. A beautiful artichoke bookends. I still have stuff in my car. I went and did some sourcing yesterday in Topeka. I picked Elena up and I met my secret source lady. But then I got tipped off about a church garage sale. And then I stopped by a thrift store in between. So anyways, I ended up with a full van and I found a ton of filler yesterday. And I am so excited to open it all. Oh, I'm not on Whatnot, Kelly. I'm on, I'm just on Facebook and YouTube. I probably have the wrong thing pinned. Let me fix that real quick. I probably have a Whatnot link pinned over on Facebook. Rookie mistake. Give me just a second. I'll fix it. I think I'll be able to fix it while I'm live. I keep doing that. Anyway, so I got all that filler. And, you know, sometimes when you see filler, a lot of us pass it up. But there's some really cool, like natural looking items in these filler baskets. And I have to... No, I'm not on Whatnot. And no, I don't think it's pinned. I think my thrift haul's pinned. Okay, maybe there was just some confusion. Okay, anyways, good morning, Lacey. There are some really, really fun high-end looking dried items in these filler baskets. So I have been picking them up and I'm going to go through them this weekend and pick out all the really nice high-end looking stuff to put in like stoneware bowls and really nice baskets. I'm so excited. But anyways, this basket of filler is all ready for you. There's some of those really fun Sola flowers in here. And I'm like obsessed with these little pieces, probably because they look like the brooms on my wall. Some really nice seed pods, but I am just like loving this high-end looking filler right now. It looks so pretty in a tall glass vase as well. I don't know how much I have this listed for. Let me check real quick. What y'all up to this weekend? Everybody's starting to get out and do spring and summer activities. Oh, I have it listed at $42.95. That is a mistake. Let me fix that. Yikes. That is hilarious. How about $12.95? Seems way more appropriate. It's very high-end looking, but that's a little pricey. Okay, $12.95 on the basket and the filler. Oh my gosh, how funny. You know, and I've been like standing here for the last 30 minutes texting my friends, just thinking I'm all ready, thinking I checked everything. Two of these beautiful spindles that came back with me from Greenwood, Missouri. That's where I went and did all of my antiquing. I have two, this tall chippy white one and this beautiful chippy red one. They're $14.95 each. Oh, look, dust is free. Comes included, no worries. $14.95 each. And I think I paid like $3 for them. Yeah, Sola flowers are fun. Actually, you know, fun fact, at one point I did a little paid promotion or whatever with Sola. Yeah, like a little promo deal or whatever. And it was a ton of fun. I had so much fun crafting with them. I have a video. It's way back on the YouTubes. Okay, I just want to make sure these were all listed right. $14.95 each. I found some fun salvage wood. Not too much. That is one thing. If you are around Missouri and you want to private message me and tip me off of where I could find some really good salvage wood for reasonable prices, please let me know. I know the chippy red is going to be great for Christmas, 4th of July. You could throw that in Valentine's Day as well. Oh, look at this little teeny tiny wooden iron. Little note clip holder. He's up at $9.95. He came from the BINS, so he was probably less than $1. He would be cute painted up as well. You could do a fun little like transfer or something on the front and then put your photo up in the back. Fun little craft project. I found one giant pepper mill. Usually I like to pick these up in pairs, but I know people collect these. And so I figured this big one would be great to add into a collection. $10.95 on this guy. He was around $1 from the BINS. And I'd say he's about 15 inches tall compared to the forearm. Again, I probably have his correct listing or height there in the listing. My wedding flowers were solo. We made table arrangements and vintage teapots. Oh man, I bet that was gorgeous. Vintage teapots and flowers. Sounds stunning. I picked up this gorgeous little Apothecary jar. He actually came from that Goodwill. Oh, yellow tag was half off that day. And I found so many yellow tags. I'm going to be going back to that Goodwill. So he was $1.50. I have him at $12.95. And he's got that gorgeous, thick, designed top there. Another thing to put that beautiful high-end filler in. These Apothecary jars. Oh. Y'all, I went to that church garage sale yesterday. Everything was $1. There were a few things that were $2. I didn't pay over $2 for anything. And I found authentic Apothecary jars. One has a lid, one doesn't. I cannot wait to show you guys. I found this gorgeous little bell, $12.95. I paid around $2 for it. It does not have its clapper inside. I've been getting schooled recently on what the inside of the bell is called. I called it a knocker forever, and then I heard that was wrong. Before that, I called it a dinger, and I heard that was wrong. So then I started calling it a clapper, a clacker. Now I've got myself confused again. Drop me in the comments. Like, drop me the right word in the comments, please. It's missing that piece, but it does have the little piece where you could hang a new one. $12.95, and it has been squished and crunched on this side. I do not know what happened to this bell, but I wish I knew its story. Nobody's telling me. What's it called? Clapper. We're going with clapper. I picked up these adorable terracotta bird's nests down in Greenwood, actually. Some of these stores had some vendors that carried new items as well. You know how that is in the antique stores. But these were too cute to pass up. They had nothing inside of them, so I did add in a little Excelsior and greenery. Thank you, Tracy. She says clapper as well. And then I thrifted from the BINS an Easter egg wreath that you could tell had been in the sun, and it kind of distressed the eggs, which I thought was great. So they look old now. I went ahead and added a yellow egg to each topiary for a little fun summer pop of color. And they are listed up individually at $15.95 each. I think I paid $3 or $4 for the topiaries. How sweet would these look up on a mantle? And I love the little like snaky grapevine that goes up them. You could totally shab these out and add a ton of floral and greenery if you wanted. Paint up the pots, but y'all know me. I like that little natural rustic look. Excuse me. I'm about ready to go get some plants. I'm hoping that our cold snaps are over, but I'm not 100% for certain that they are. So I think I'm going to hold off just a little bit longer. All right, this gorgeous picnic basket came from Thrift World, $44.95. I have it listed up. I did pay $14 on it. Good morning, Alicia. How are you? I feel the same, girl. I feel the same. Okay, it is in really great condition. There's a couple little tiny spots on it. I would do just a little drink of hemp oil on those spots, and they will blend right back in. I think that's the only spot. But wait just a second. It is the sweetest little set inside. It has 4 plastic wine glasses. And then it has 4 plates. It doesn't have any silverware, so I guess y'all gotta bring your own silverware. but then it has this little roll up blanket that you can lay out and have your lunch on. And I thought maybe the silverware was rolled up in here, but no such luck. So stinking cute. Would this not make the best little Mother's Day gift? And then y'all can take mom on a picnic too. Love the blue and white. Also, you know, for 4th of July, if you wanted to add in some red stuff, that would be really cute. Very cute. All right, sweet little basket. I've been finding so many good picnic baskets lately. A bell clapper. Thank you, Susan. Oh, we've been debating. I have another bell that is a clapperless. She's a solid brass bell. I have her up at $9.95. No clapper. Needs a new clapper, but she's a cutie. I think I pulled, oh, I did. So I've been making friends. I've been making friends with some of the other ladies at the BINS. And come to find out, these ladies aren't even resellers, I don't think. They just love the decor I love. But I made some friends. So then I kind of watched them because they do a lot of putbacks at the end. And this was one of them. This was a putback. So I snagged that up. I was like, are you sure you don't want it? Okay, I'll take it. Another slidey wooden bookend holder. I do love these. If you are a book collector, these look so sweet up on a mantle, and they will hold those beautiful books you have. And then you can, you know, do a stack of books on this side and then stick a couple other little decor pieces over here. For me personally right now, I think, again, yellow. I think some grungy old yellow books against this pop of wood, and then like a terracotta planter with some dried white florals. Sounds like perfection. I wish I need to have just a room of stuff for staging. Okay, I did pull this one out of the BINS as well. $19.95, and in the description, it does say that I'm going to give it a nice little drink of hemp oil before I send it your way, just to kind of clean up any little imperfections in it. If you purchase this and you don't want me to put hemp oil on it, maybe you want to paint it, send me an email, upcycledbybrie@gmail or hotmail.com, upcycledbybrie@hotmail.com, and say, don't put oil on that, or don't paint it, or whatever, if it's ever a redescription item, but do it right away as soon as you purchase it so I see it. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys, these. I literally about lost my mind. I went to the BINS. It was late in the day, 2:30, 3:30. They had quit changing things out. There were carts available. The parking lot was half empty. You know, but that's when I find some of the best stuff. I found one of these corbels. This little top part was just peeking out of some junk. I pulled it out and I about lost my mind. 14 inches tall. These are the Alexandria moldings. I think you pick them up at like Lowe's or Home Depot or whatever. Still in the package. And then I was like, well, let me just look. No way it's going to happen, but it did. The other one was in there as well. My favorite cashier guy was working that day. He counted these two as one and charged me $5 for the set. It was a good thing. Now, I am planning on painting them and making them look really good and old and authentically chippy. I'm going to put real stain on them though, and that is going to require an outdoor day. This weekend sounds like a great day for it. I want to make a video on them as well. I can't remember how much I listed them for. Let me look for you. They're $89.95. And they are sold individually. So I'm going to do a dark walnut stain on them. You can hang them, and I'll leave that piece there. Dark walnut stain, and then some gorgeous grungy chippy milk paint. And I promise you, these bad boys are going to look 100 years old by the time I am done with them. You might think I'm crazy. Brie, you pulled brand new corbels out of the BINS, and now you're going to make them look 100 years old. But if you're new here, that's what we do. Oh, this cutie patootie came from the Goodwill Lee Summit. I paid $3 for it, and it does have a few thread spools inside still. But if you are a collector of vintage thread spools, This is going to be an adorable way to display it. Sorry, I keep walking away. I get excited and I'm like, let me show you. So here's a couple of my old wooden ones. How fun would this be? And you could even take and like just lay a few about, stand one up taller. So cute. Or you could actually still use it functionally, right? $24.95 on this adorable baby. All 4 of his little feet are still intact, and it's in good condition. You could paint it if you wanted to. Got a couple little scratchies right there on the side, probably from being used over the years. So I would leave it just as is. These little babies were in my picnic basket, so I think they came from Thrift World. I hadn't seen anything like them before. It turns out that they are party lights, so y'all probably have if y'all sold the party light. But cute little brass taper holders. They were only a couple of dollars. And then they've got this glass insert that goes on top with that pretty gold detailing. And then obviously once you stick your candle inside, that insert will not slide around anymore. I thought those were fun, a little bit different. They were a couple of dollars. I have them up at $12.95. So sweet. I thought these would be fun, again, with that pop of yellow. Yellow and brass is like calling my name right now. Look at this cute little egg on top of there. I don't know. Drop me a comment. Let me know what colors you're thinking for summer this year. I know we're just now in spring, but we're always thinking ahead as resellers and home decor curators. Let me bring you guys a little closer now. Squeak, 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 squeak. Cute little wooden masher. I picked him up. He is $5.95. Look at all of that amazing texture on this one. You can tell he definitely pestled the heck out of something. Ooh, Paul, the light purple. That's fun. I will keep my eye out for some light purple stuff. This little Salvage trio has a metal tinning flux. I don't even know what that stuff is. I just really loved the green and white tin. And a couple of salvaged wood handles. You can definitely do some fun DIY projects with these, but I kind of like them just set about in a little industrial vignette. $6.95 on the little trio of salvage for you. I always pick up these little brown cheese crocks. And I added a transfer to this one. And some of that dried lavender. I just ordered a ton of dried lavender off of Amazon. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out. Delightful Labels is the name of the transfer. I always forget that one. Delightful Labels is a redesign with Prima transfer. I also have that one up on my website, and it is white. So I love using this one against the darker surfaces. Just put a little Fleurs transfer on there with the crown and stuck some dried lavender in, and this lavender smells so good. So if you decorate with it, you get that fun little added scent with it as well. And then I'll usually just take the lid and kind of stage it up on the shelf next to the crock. Or you could always like tuck it away in a drawer until you want to restyle it. I use a Rust-Oleum matte clear coat over these crocks, and it keeps them from getting like too shiny or anything. And this one is up at $10.95. I pulled that out of the bin, so I probably paid less than $1 for it. I'm going to grab the link for you on the Delightful Labels, and I'll drop that in the chat. One of my favorite transfers I've ever used. There you go. All right, fun little succulent. $8.95, another Goodwill BINS find. And sometimes when you find these guys, they're broken. This one was in good shape, and I love the little rocks. I always snag those up. I'll put my box over here to walk around so much. Ooh, this fun little cast iron piece also came out of the bins. Little metal piece. $22.95. I have it up for. I put some Spanish moss in there and a couple of the eggs that I told you got that really fun, like crackle finish. Are we here for that? Do we like that? Or is that weird? I don't know. I thought it made them look really fun and rustic. I do not ever, well, I do not usually glue this kind of stuff in either. That way you can take it out and restyle it as you wish. Another Apothecary jar. This one is up at $14.95. It was $2.98, and it is a big one, about as big as my hand. These are also really fun with faux lemons in them or candy for the summertime. Candy is always a fun pop of color. Teresa likes the eggs. Okay. If you don't like them, you could always switch them out. It was like a wreath, and you could tell it was somebody's wreath they had up on their front door or something, and that was just in the sun too long. Let's get this guy out of the way before he makes a mess. Picked up yet another broom. This one does look a little witchy, I'm not going to lie, but I also thought it would be very cute on your front porch next to your little spring potting vignettes. And then if you knock a planter over, it's right there. I'm obsessed with brooms. I've got my broom wall. I decided I wanted to start a little hand broom collection. I don't know what it is. I do like to clean. Jeez, let's just go with that. Let's go with it's because I like to clean. $19.95. I paid around $3 for it. Yes, Suzanne, the Christmas trees are on the site. Let me double check and make sure they made it into the collection. Because you know me. You know me. Sometimes I like to leave things out of the collection. They might be in the holiday collection. So you can find them faster, Suzanne. Yep, they're up. They're just only in the holiday collection. All right, here, I'm fixing it. Shop the haul, save. There you go. There you go. Thank you guys for keeping me on my toes. Rock Tree Trio, copy, pasted. Let's look at them. There, I just dropped them for you, Suzanne. So another obviously off-season item, but these guys were in the bins, and my favorite cashier was working, so he counted them as one item, and they were only $5 for all three of them, which is an amazing price, especially for this huge one. They're in great condition. They don't have any tags or anything, but I'm assuming they're probably Target or like Home Goods or something like that. I paid $5 for them, and they are up, I do believe, at $79.95. $69.95. Steal of a deal. Right, Tessie? Aren't they pretty? Aren't they pretty? And the heights of them are in the description box. You're welcome, my friend. You are so welcome. But you know what? I have been buying holiday things, and they have been selling like crazy. So I decided I'm just going to buy them all year round. You'll find holiday items in the bins all year round. So, and you'll notice a big influx of things right after the holidays. So like there's still a lot of Easter stuff that's coming through because Easter is over and now everybody's clearing out their stash and donating. So like that chocolate bunny, I went ahead and picked him up, and he sold even though Easter's over. So there are no rules. I picked up these adorable bowls from my friend Kim, who recently started selling her amazing items as well. There are 2 darker ones and 2 lighter ones, and I found a bunch of this Excelsior in the bin, so I just added an Excelsior nest and a little egg to each of them. 2 dark ones and 1 light one. Oh, they're hearth in hand. Nice. Nice quality. I keep telling people, hold on to your hearth in hand, because I really feel like it's going to be a great vintage like item eventually. You know, if we hold on to it long enough, it's going to be a great vintage line. These are $8.95 each. So cute. And again, they're not glued in, as you can see. That way y'all can still use your bowls elsewhere. I love this weathered basket, the shape, the handle, and the coloring on it. Snag that up. Y'all know I have a basket problem. I buy just about every single basket I see. I do believe he is $10.95. Another holiday item, and this will be actually like my first one that I'm going to redo this much, is this beautiful Nativity. The Nativity guys are not glued on, so I'm being kind of risky here. But the fact that they were all still intact, even little baby Jesus and his little hands, all intact, I had to pick this set up and save it. It had a $7.99 sticker on it from the Goodwill. And I can't believe it didn't sell in the Goodwill for that much. It's got just a little bit of like nick right up here on the top. I'm going to use Sweet Pickens black oil wax. Clean up this wood. I'm going to add just a little bit of new moss to the bottom. And then I'm going to paint the nativity scene. I'm going to give it a solid neutral tone with some dark wax, and it is going to be stunning. There's like the little wood piece right here just needs to be kind of tacked on, glued up. So I'm going to fix this little guy up. I'm going to give him a little bit of love. And I don't think I've ever done a whole nativity scene before. Maybe $99.95. He's going to be a stunner. We're just going to set them right there. You guys can just look right there. Look at the little sheep. Usually what happens when I find nativity scenes in the bins is that they're really, really broken up. And I'll just go and I'll steal the cows and the sheep and stuff out of all of them. Is there a name on the nativity? No. I did Google lens it, and I saw a couple that were more collectible, but I don't think this one's anything fancy. This metal shelf, beautiful Goodwill bins find. It looks wood, definitely metal. It's got some fun crackly paint on it. Make sure it's not Italian. Okay, I will double check. I have sold a couple of Italian nativities. You said you guys want me to check before I paint it up? It says made in China on the, and oh, look, he's missing his hand. Whoops. Once it's painted, you won't be able to tell. Maybe I'll make him a little clay hand. No, I don't, guys, I don't think it's anything fancy. It says made in China right there. Woohoo, Cindy, good morning. First time she's caught me live. Welcome. $22.95 on this vintage metal cabinet. I paid a couple dollars for him out of the Goodwill bins. Paint it. Yeah, it needs a paint job. It's going to be pretty. I'll give that guy a little clay hand. We'll paint it up. All right, I brought this amazing chicken feeder to y'all. Saved it from Greenwood, Missouri. It was out in the boneyard. It still has its feet, and these feet actually fold down. It's probably loud. Sorry if you have headphones in. So it would sit flatter on a table too if you wanted it to. But I kind of like the fact that this one has feet. Usually those feet are gone. I would fill it up with some beautiful peonies, some greenery, and stick that right on the middle of a farmhouse table. Tulips would look great as well. Rust patina all throughout. You could give this a clear coat if you wanted, but I personally wouldn't. I'm not going to be feeding anything out of it, not even chickens. The length of it is on the listing if you need to know how long it is. And I have it listed up at $89.95. Steal of a deal. Steal of a deal. All right, I found all of these cast iron forms at As Time Goes By in Greenwood, Missouri, a beautiful antique store there that I fell in love with. They had a $1 tool bin in the basement. So I got all of these little cast iron shoe forms for $1. This one's listed up at $10.95, and I put some beautiful lavender in it. I just love sitting this on like my mantle or on a book stack and adding in that fun industrial touch into your farmhouse. Drop me a comment and let me know what you call your style. Mine, personally, I call industrial farmhouse. I love chippy wood. I love old kitchen stuff and rolling pins and crocks, but I love metal and I love signage and I love rust. So the mix of the two. And the industrial is kind of like really straight lines, where the farmhouse can also, you throw in the greenery and the linens. And the industrial is a little harder. I'm a farmhouse eclectic. Ooh, another Brie on here. Hi, Brie. I love farmhouse eclectic. I have a set of 2 trivets. This one has birds. A bird. Super cute. $9.95 on the set of 2, and they have got some great rusty, crusty patina on them. These 2 would look adorable on the wall together or stuck in a little basket in the kitchen. Thanks for being on this morning. Y'all be sure to tell your friends that we're on an hour earlier now. Change is hard sometimes, but that's going to give us more time to craft in the morning. That's going to give me time to get to the post office without freaking out. And then everybody can get on and about with their day, because I know summer starts early. Summer activities start early. I picked up these little metal pieces also out of that $1 bin, $6.95 each on these guys. And I think they're drill bits. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're drill bits, but now they are the cutest little floral accessories. Little pop of yellow, a little pop of blue. This one has a sticker on it. I think that could probably be easily removed. And this one is just rusty and good. And I've just been sticking flowers and everything. Wintertime, you stick a bottle brush tree in it. Springtime, you put a nest in it. Summertime, we move towards like greenery and lemons. Oh, this fun little green enamel pot came from one of my friends at the BINS. She said, "Would you like this?" And I said, "Well, heck yes, I would." It is the perfect green color. $10.95 on this guy. Has some little chippy spots there on it that do go all the way through. So I'm saying decor use only. How cute would this look on your little potting station? Throw some dirt in there, throw a little plant in there. Adorable. Romantic, organic, industrial. Ooh, Susie, that sounds fancy. 1 second. Sorry, my dog was trapped behind junk. I need to get my house in control this weekend, okay, y'all? It's a little crazy in here right now. This big old mamma jamma came from Goodwill in, excuse me, Lee Summit. I paid $3 for it. It's up at $19.95, and it is heavy cast iron with a little bit of good rust patina on it. Weapon grade. So you keep this one by the front door. If you ever have an intruder, it will double as home protection. I wish there would have been 2. I like to buy my candlesticks in sets of 2, but that's okay. This beautiful little rusty, crusty wall hanging basket I fell in love with. It's not quite chicken wire. The link on it is a little bit different. But it has a great patina. I don't think it's super old, but it is super adorable. And it had the little Spanish moss in it, but I did add in one of my chippy eggs and some greenery, just for a little extra touch. You could take that out and put flowers in it. Lavender would look really pretty in this. And it is up at $14.95. Yeah, I don't know what Elena's going to decide to do. I'm going to work on cleaning up the house until she wakes up. And who knows? She's sleeping on the couch. I'm like, why? Kid, I got to wake up super early in the morning. She wants to sleep on the couch. She's still sleeping. I figured this would wake her up. Public service announcement for free from Brie. Yes. Oh, this set of spoons. Oh, my sticker always falls off the spoons. They're always so oily. Let me find it. Let me find it. I think I did like $9.95 on them. Yep, $9.95 on the wooden spoon trio. I have been finding so many good ones, and I like to put them together for y'all so you don't have to do the thinking. These three have great patina and will look great. Just pop them in your crock. This little chippy green basket is amazing. I'm kind of surprised it hasn't sold yet. I showed it on a couple of Whatnot pop-ups. I love the little soft roses on there. And then that perfect chippy green sage. It's chippier up around the handle, so it looks like somebody actually used it for something. I don't know what, but I fell in love with it. I do believe I pulled this one out of the bins. $9.95. It needs some baby's breath for sure. All right. Oh, I found 2 Petersboro baskets within the matter of 2 days. Now, unfortunately, this one does have a little break on it. So I listed it as well loved. But honestly, I don't care. Like, I like baskets that are a little broken and decrepit. It shows their age and like their use. I didn't even realize it was Petersboro until I got home and I saw this, because I was thinking, okay, well, we'll just face it out this direction and then you can't even see the break. So I was kind of spinning it around, playing with that. And I was like, oh, it's a Petersboro. I love the shape on this one. So I did list it up as well loved, only $19.95 because it is broken right there. But the day before, I found a picnic basket in pristine condition. And that bad boy sold for like, I think $100. Instantly, as soon as I listed it. Anyways, very excited to find another Petersboro. This would make a cute little wastebasket as well, since it's already broken. I don't think it was ever used for that. Did I sleep late as a teen? No, no, I did not. I did not. I might have went through a little phase in life where I slept in a little bit, but not. I was up. I was busy. I was ready to see what my mom was doing and be up her butt. And and she also, my mom was like me, and she was up early on the weekends and like vacuuming and blasting her music. And we had a pool in the backyard. So summertime, we were up and we were busy. This little salvage piece of wood also came from the bins. I have no clue what would have been in it, but I love the shape and I think it has amazing potential for a DIY project. It does have a hanger on the back. So apparently it had something inside of it. I would do like a little little chicken wire and a chippy paint. And then you could do a couple little paper clips and hang like old photos or some like vintage flower seed packs on it. So much potential, so little time. $19.95 on this piece. And I paid probably a couple bucks for it. But I never see frames of that shape. It does have like a little staining little spot on it right there. So I would probably stain it or paint it. But still a ton of potential. This trinket shelf is already sold. Miss Brenda eyeballed that and bought it as soon as it dropped on the website this morning. I've been picking these up and they've been selling like crazy. So if you're a reseller, keep that in consideration, especially if you love tiny things like brie. $39.95. I pulled this guy out of the bin, so I paid a couple bucks for it. Thank you, Brenda. Oh, and then I found 2 Chippy stools on the same day. They were $5 each because they are bigger items, but I was happy to pay that. This one has some gorgeous red paint, perfect for your 4th of July vignettes. $49 on the stools, $49.95, and I paid $5. This one looks like, don't quote me, but I mean, I sat on it and did a little bit of picture taking. Looks like it would still be usable. But let's say decor only. And then this white one is gorgeous. I squealed a little when I found this one. Also $49.95, also paid $5. Full disclosure, it does have the crack over here. I would probably personally take a little bit of I don't know, salvage metal or whatever and do the faux repair just for funsies. But do not step on this one. This is decor only, perfect for your terracotta planters. So many good farmhouse finds. This made in Italy planter I found actually a while back. I was thinking about keeping it. I've got so many planters. It does say made in Italy there on the bottom. It is in great condition and it is super thick and super heavy. I'm going to set it down and then we'll figure out how much I put on it. I think 69. What kind of plants are y'all planting this year? $79.95 on that guy. He's going to take some extra care in packing. Man, I'm out of breath. He's so heavy. I'm not going to go too crazy on plants this year. But I am going to do a few flowers on the front porch and a couple of container garden herbs and tomatoes. This bread box also came from the BINS. The bread box from the BINS. Bread box from the BINS. It needs some love. I'm going to give it a nice cleanup. We're going to work on this up here on the top, getting that cleaned up, sanded it down a little bit, and using hemp oil to freshen it up. But I actually love the image on the front, which is why I got it. It's very 90s, very cottagey, but it's so cute. And the wood tone on this thing, kind of that like light white grayish wood, is so pretty. It also needs a new knob, which I will add. But the inside of it is nice and clean. So it's like this thing is in too good of condition and too adorable to let go to the dump. I paid $5 and it is up at $49.95. There's my sticker. I think this is what happens half the time. Oh, geez, y'all. It's always something. This beautiful drawer came from Greenwood. It almost lived here. But I have so many drawers, y'all. I have so many drawers and crates. He almost looks like he's winking at you. $49.95 on this guy. I'm not going to do a thing to it. This little catalog card display or whatever, I don't know what you call that, is perfect. The handle, the patina, it's so good. This needs some old books, maybe a rolled up blanket, and to be displayed in your living room. And then I have 2 drawers here that are read description. I've been finding all kinds of good drawers. These came out of the BINS. This one is going to get a Chippy milk paint job here on the face. And then I'm going to replace the poles with some of these good old Chippy poles. But I love using these drawers in the spring and summer on the porch to kind of corral my planters or my pots. Terracotta pots look so good in these. I don't know. I was playing around with what I want to use on the outside, and I grabbed this wood finial, and I don't think I'm digging that. So we'll use a different little brass knob, plain brass knob, and give it a shabby handle. All right, last thing this week, and then I've got to go get my life together, is this smaller square drawer that is also going to get a new knob. But I really, really love the Chippy paint on this one. It's like green. It's not very chippy, but where it is chipping off is like this beautiful kind of green color. So we're not going to paint this one. We're just going to give it a fresh knob. I might paint the bottom because that's just like a faux wood. But look how cute they also look stacked up. If you get a longer one and a shorter one, you can stack them like this to display things. Also, if you have a booth space, this is a really, really fun way to display items or in your home. Okay, y'all, does anybody have any questions for me? If not, I am going to go. Do y'all want a real life shot? Ugh, I cannot believe I'm doing this. I'm going to go take care of this disaster right here. That is my current life. Before my kid wakes up, and then we're going to go have some fun. Be sure to share this video out with a friend. Please thumbs up, any kind of a comment. I would greatly appreciate it since we have moved thrift hauls up an hour. Oh, she's awake. We've moved the thrift hauls up an hour for spring and summer. We'll be live every Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. That will also give us, I'm live. You just woke up. No? Oh, you've been awake for a little bit. You about to put your face on there? You look crazy. All right. But be sure to tell everybody items will be going live on my site at 8:55 instead of 9:55. So do not miss out. If you have questions and you are watching the replay, hashtag replay and drop your questions in the comments. I will check them out. Other than that, y'all have an amazing weekend. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning, and I will see y'all later this week. We're going to go live and do some fun painting projects this week too. All right, y'all. Have a great weekend. I will talk to you soon. Bye, friends.